What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me on another YouTube video. If you clicked on this link, it's probably because you want to know how I lost 100 pounds and how I went from 285 pounds down to 185 pounds. I actually got down to 170 pounds when I really got cut, and then I bulked back up to 185 and maintained there for a while. So before I get started, I will tell you that 285 pounds was a huge challenge for me. At this point in my life, I was in pain. My feet hurt all the time. My ankles hurt all the time. I felt like I was going to crush my petite girlfriend in bed. Literally, I was laying in bed next to her, and I felt like maybe if I rolled over on top of her, I might just really hurt her because I was so heavy. This was back in 2020. COVID was going on, and I just sat around basically eating food all day. I had that COVID money coming in, that PUA money, and I was ordering DoorDash, getting takeout, sitting around all day long, not exercising. And I was a mess, honestly, 285 pounds. Now, I had been seeing different psychiatrists over the years for bipolar and getting my treatment and all that stuff. So I went to a psychiatrist, and this was when the turning point happened for me. I saw this psychiatrist. His name was Dr. Salzberg. And I call him Babushkin because he was from, I think he was Russian, a Russian Jew kind of guy. So his English was very broken, but he was very direct, very hardcore, very tough love kind of guy. And he said something to me, and he was like, it doesn't matter if you're on lithium. It doesn't matter what antipsychotic you take. You're 285 pounds. If you don't lose weight, you're going to die. And I was like, at first I was like, who the hell is this guy to tell me how to live my life, right? But it hit me. I was like, damn, if a doctor is telling me straight up that I need to lose this weight or I'm going to die, then maybe I should listen to him. So there was definitely something there. So how did I do it? I realized that I needed to get healthy, and he gave me a prescription basically to follow. He said, you have so much body fat on your body that you don't need to eat that much. Now, I remember talking to a nutritionist who told me that I need to eat 2,800 calories for my weight. I didn't want to lose muscle. And I took the doctor's prescription. He said, eat 1,200 calories a day, period. It's like you're 285 pounds. You're going to eat 1,200 calories a day. You're going to stop eating meat late at night. So as soon as it hits 2 or 3 p.m., I don't want you having any meat. If you get hungry, if you're craving something, you're going to take a handful of plain Cheerios. You're going to eat some plain prunes or dates or whatever, and you're going to shut the fuck up. That's basically what he said. So he said, if you want to live, if you don't want to get diabetes, if you want to survive this life and overcome all your demons, then you need to lose this weight starting right now. So every time I would go see him for my check-ins, I think I was going every week and then maybe every other week and then every month. He was managing my medication and all. Actually helped me get down off of my medication almost entirely. So I'm taking Triliptol instead of Vraylar and lithium. So instead of hardcore antipsychotic drugs and mood stabilizers, I am on a what do they call it? It's for treating seizures and stuff, but it basically slows down the brain a little bit. So anyway, not to go off onto a side tangent about drugs or pharmaceuticals, but this guy was just managing my medication. And every single time I went in there, the first thing he would do was take my weight. He would say, okay, go step on the scale. What's your weight today? And he would look at it. And if it was going down, he would say, you're doing a great job. Everything looks good. And if it didn't move or it was going up, he would say, what's going on? What's happening? Why are you gaining the weight? And he would give me the whole spiel about how I'm going to die if I don't lose the weight, and I'm going to get diabetes, and I'm going to hurt somebody. And if I get mad and bump into somebody, I'm going to knock them over. I'm going to crush my girlfriend or whatever, right? I'm going to end up killing somebody. So what did I actually do? So we have the procedure, we have the prescription that he gave me, and I followed that to a T. So every day I would eat salads, tuna fish, grilled chicken. I ate a lot of fish, even though I didn't like it. It was low calorie and high protein. So I got into cooking. I remember going to my grandmom's house. I would cook lemon chicken and broccoli and salads, and we would have these healthy, low calorie meals together. And it was a really big turning point because I saw the scale coming down. It didn't stay at 285 very long. It went quickly down to 265. And then a couple months later, it was down to 240. And then if the weight fell off super fast because I was doing an extreme cut. And now, if you're 100 pounds overweight and you're watching this, I highly recommend that you do this. Contrary to what people will tell you, They're going to tell you that your maintenance calories for your size and how many calories you burn a day is 3,000 or 4,000 or whatever, and you should be eating that many, and don't do an aggressive cut because you're going to lose muscle. If you want to follow that advice, that's fine. But if you actually want to go from 285 pounds down to 200 or less pounds, then fucking follow this advice because it works. I did it. Now, today I do a little more methods. So the 5-4-5 method, where I have 5 goals, 4-step daily routine, and then 5 things on my checklist that I'm working on every day. That's a little more advanced, but the nutrition was pretty important. So I started tracking calories for the first time. In 2022, I hired a personal trainer. And he wrote me a meal plan. It was basically chicken and rice because I got myself down to 200 pounds, 215 pounds. But when you're skinny fat and you're 215 pounds like I was, you are not looking good. You don't have a nice physique. You can't see any muscle definition. You're just kind of a blob. You're still a blob of shit. You're just a smaller blob of shit, honestly, at that point. So I did 1,200 calories to lose the initial almost 100 pounds. And then after that, I did 1,700 calories of chicken and rice 4 times a day, egg whites and oatmeal in the morning. I did that every single day for a year on top of 45-minute intense workouts almost every single day and 1 day a week with a trainer. So the mindset shift mattered more than the food and the training, and it was a total identity change for me, right? It didn't matter that I went to the gym. It didn't matter that I ate less food. If I didn't develop the mindset and become this character that was somebody who was less weight, somebody who was active, somebody who was in shape, maybe even desirable, I was never going to do it. So the mindset plays a huge part in it. And I had to make that decision. I had to fight against myself. Do I eat 1,200 calories a day? Or do I eat 2,800 calories a day? Do I listen to the certified PhD nutrition expert, or do I listen to a psychiatrist who's treating me for bipolar disorder? Which one do I choose, right? And I had to go back and forth a lot. I made the right call. I did the 1,200 a day and it paid off big time. So right now I am maintaining, training, and building this coaching brand out. So the point of this video was to just show you guys that it is possible, a little bit of the method that I use to get there. Obviously, there's a lot more details, a lot more caveats to it. Depending on where you are in your life is going to determine how you're able to combat your weight. For me, I know a lot of people who are overweight by that much suffer from depression, sadness, mental disorders, anxieties, physical disorders, diabetes, high blood pressure, all of these things that you're kind of up against every day. I was fortunate enough that other than the bipolar, I wasn't diagnosed with any diabetes or pre-diabetes or anything yet. My blood work was always looking good. So I'm very grateful for that. But had I continued to stay 100 pounds overweight and be a giant blob of shit, my life probably wouldn't be where it's at today. So this is the turning point that I want for you guys. I want you to take this as possibility, right? What is possible? When you think about losing 100 pounds, it doesn't feel possible. It seems like so much work. It seems like I'm just never going to lose that weight. I've tried before. I always gain it back. I'll lose a little. I stop eating for a while, and then boom, I rebound back and I gain more weight. And you're just self-medicating yourself with the food, and it feels good and you love it. We live in a society where we pretty much idolize food. We worship food. It's Father's Day. Let's have a barbecue and stuff our face. You get a promotion at work. We're going to go out and have drinks and celebrate and get pizza and wings. Every Friday night is pizza night because Domino's has a sale for pizza and wings, and we're just going to eat like assholes every single solitary day. So if you got any value out of this video, I appreciate you. I have been on this YouTube video grind for a while. If you found this video, it's because maybe you're trying to lose some weight. Maybe you already did lose some weight and you want to see somebody else who's actually still doing it, because the hardest part is actually keeping it off. It's not just losing the weight. Everybody told me that and I didn't believe them till I lost the weight and it was time for me to keep it off. So if you think you're ready to lose weight, or you lost weight, you just need help maintaining it, I want to be your coach. I want to help you. I am helping guys like Ryan right now for free. Ryan's down 55 pounds and he's crushing it. He just got a job for Tesla. He's a single dad. He's working really hard. He's training in the gym. He's got his diet dialed in, and I'm just there as an accountability partner. That's all coaching really is, in my opinion, is an accountability. We give you a system and then we hold you accountable. Just like my doctor, right? My doctor gave me a prescription, 1,200 calories a day, no meat after 3 p.m., eat your prunes, eat your Cheerios if you're hungry. And then every day you come in for a visit, I'm going to weigh you first thing and see where your weight's at, see how you're doing. So that's all coaching is. Hopefully somebody got some value out of this. And I hope you guys have a great day. I thank you so much for watching.